What up, YouTube? Just kind of looking around on there. I hear a lot of talk about the trades. Everybody's trying to get into the trades, trying to push Gen Z into the trades, da da da. You know, so I'm just going to talk about them. I'm basically spun wrenches for over, let's say, past a decade, and I got friends that do construction, concrete, you name it, pretty much. That's just how it is. Realize that it has a time frame, and if you don't realize it as a time frame, you're gonna get stuck in the money trap. So basically, how it goes is they pay you that great wage out of the gate, and you come out and you be like, I'm 21, 25, piss and vinegar. And you're like, look at it, I'm making this, da 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 da. Yep, you are. You are. But you don't want to use that money to basically blow. Because you use that money when you're in your 20s to basically not save and blow and do that. You get caught in the money trap of going to work. And with these jobs, is you're always on the hunt for work. There's no real steady work. You're always on the hunt for work. And the thing is, as you get older and you get more years in, you have to make yourself better. And this is the hard part in the trades, is because you're going to have to either network or either you're going to have to do more schooling. And how it kind of goes is because you come in the gate making that decent wage. Now you got 10, 15 years in and you didn't do those two other things. You just went to the bar and pissed it away, or either you just, did whatever, blew it on women or whatever. That new guy that just got out of LTC, he's going to make the wage you're making. Maybe a little less. And you know what? He's 10 years younger than you. And he's full of that piss and vinegar. So let's get this job done. Let's do this while your knee's all bummed out. You're going to a chiropractor. Things like that. You don't see that where like your youth is what they pay you for. A little bit of expertise, but a lot of these jobs, after you do about 100 of them, you pretty much know what to do with them. And that's why they're always recruiting for these jobs. That's why they get government assistance to basically keep the wheels spinning. Just like in automotive. If you last 5 years in automotive, they call you a lifer in a lot of places. They don't need you to stay. They just need to keep the wheel moving. And that's how the trades kind of are. Unless, like my neighbor over here, he's a welder. And like, I got friends that are welders. Unless you get state certified and you like I said, network, you do some underwater welding, you just an average, they're going to treat you like an average Joe, dude, welding on a bucket. And that's the pay scale you're going to be on. So, yep, you come in the gate with a good wage. But I'll tell you what, do you see those 65-year-old guys hanging trusses on houses? Do you see them at the local gym working out after work? Probably not. They're probably sipping something or either smoking a J and just like, damn, I made it through the day when you get older. And what you might see, maybe an older guy that never got the finesse job to try to figure a way out of the plan or save his money. He's got some skid steer job yelling at the new bucks. Like, you don't know how to work, da 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 da. Or he's got a bum leg or something like that. Because they gave you that money because you're in your prime. You're young. You can fall off something and still be good. When it's 50 below outside, you'll still hunt. You'll still go for it. That's what they're paying you for. And I hate to say it, it's just the way it is. But a lot of my friends that work those jobs around here, they're still working side jobs. Because you gotta. Even if you got a little modest house, I'm talking a little modest house, maybe a wife, like, you still need a side job. You still need to. You know, maybe the electrician, some mechanical people, I know, they don't. But for the most part, everybody's still tight, man. And that's just how it goes. Realize that, like, there's a certain window too where your body just starts to fall apart. And now you got all these years in and you're still rolling with this crew with a bunch of younger bucks or new faces, and you're still doing that same stuff. You know, like, it's a time frame. They ain't paying you the same money. They'll pay you the same wage as that young buck when you're older. Or maybe $1 more just so you shut up and you stay there and run those guys. You know, you realize you got to have thick skin. I worked a job and a kid basically was retiring, or a guy was retiring from spinning wrenches. And these two didn't like each other. And like his last day, the other guy brought a cake in that said, "Good riddance," with 2 fingers. Fuck you underneath it. And basically that was his going away present from that guy. I've seen guys fist fight over stuff already. Like, it gets done after work. My friends that do concrete or carpentry or whatever, that happens. You run your mouth a little too much, especially when you're in your younger days. It'll happen. I don't know, but that was my generation. Now all of us old dudes we're used to it. We're like, you know, that's why a lot of older guys here, we don't, especially older, I don't know, we ain't in our prime anymore. We know that, but at the end of the day, like, that's why we keep quiet on that certain things, because it's just not worth it. Realize, like, there's no heat, no AC. You're out in the elements. It's raining here. You'd be basically buttoning up a job right now, and that job might never end. That's not an 8-hour job, because like a lot of times, a lot of places, you get in a truck and you drive to the location, and then they start paying you. That might be an hour, 2 hours away. And then the ride home, that's all for free too. Or you might see, you know what, we're going to work this weekend and go do that in, you know, let's say a couple counties away where you ain't going to be home. And they'll pay you a little more. But now you're sitting in a hotel room bored, off your butt. And what are you going to do? You know what, let's go drinking. Let's go to the bar. Let's go here or whatever. And that's where they got you. You just did that work for probably less than what you did at your local, because you went out and blew it. And that's something to think about too. You want to stack as much cash as you can. And the hourglass is turned as soon as you get into the trades. And if you twist yourself up, you make a couple bad decisions as a man, you get some crazy girl prego, you smash some cars up, you do some stupid stuff like that, that's what they want. They need you to come back for that wage. That's it. Just remember, you earn your peak money when you come in the gate. Average peak money with everybody. And the ones that do the little side hustles and stuff like that, or go to extra schooling, that's what sets them apart. So don't think you can get in a trade and it's going to be great. Because, I don't know, like I said, it's not just my take on it. It's just things that we talk about. And like I said, I spin wrenches. I don't even do that anymore. But there's other people. And what happens, a lot of them start their own business. They learn the ropes. Truck drive, things like that. They learn the ropes. And then they gamble on themselves. And that's what you got to do nowadays. Because even these trade jobs here, they ain't, like, a lot of them are still stuck in 2005, 2010 money. And and they're like, we can't find anybody. You know, it's getting ridiculous. And, you know, there are some good ones out there. Like, I would say some of my friends started position jobs or started actual companies about a decade ago. And like, they pay more than people that have been in my community for 50, 60 years. And they got a nice little house, maybe a new truck or two for the wife, and they're cool with that, man. But there's a lot out here that are just out for greed. that basically they don't care. As long as they don't have to work anymore and they'll pay the most minimal and they'll run you ragged. And your work week or work day don't stop at 8 hours. Till that job's done, because you're always on the hunt, they might keep you for 12. They might run you for 12, 14. It don't matter. Then you got a 2-hour ride or an hour ride back and forth that you ain't getting paid for. So just think of some of those things before the trades. You got to find a good one. Not all of them are good, but just some things off the cuff here to think about. So, take it easy. Bye.